tonight we're playing at the Constellation Room in Santa Ana with our full band that we're really stoked to unveil on this mini tour.
And we're also playing 5 brand new songs. Johnny and I both went to Stanford together. He's 2 years older than I am, and we did not cross paths at all while we went to school. Somehow didn't know about each other at all. We were both in musical projects while we were there. And it was only after we graduated, like a few years later, that a mutual friend of ours, Tommy Leap, introduced us. And it was kind of a serendipitous thing. He bumped into me on a train and Johnny at a separate time and kind of drops each other's names.
I was like working on a solo project. I was playing bass in a band called Blackbird, and which inspired me to pursue music production, and was working on a bunch of tracks. Played it for Tommy at his warehouse space called The Sub in San Francisco, and Tommy's like, "Yeah, man, this is great, man. You definitely gotta meet Brody, man."
Because San Francisco is such a diverse music scene, there's not like, you can kind of point to certain regions and say like, oh, that's like the scene for that kind of music. I think there's so much going on in San Francisco that it really feels free. And it doesn't feel super saturated. It doesn't feel like, we're not a music industry city. Versus LA, which is like very much an entertainment-based city. So it feels, there's kind of I guess less pressure there, and kind of more of like a freedom, at least in our heads, to do what we want and kind of explore. And our studio is in the basement of this big, beautiful Victorian mansion, so we're like very entrenched in San Francisco history, even in the architecture of our studio. And it's a very cozy place for us to go and be creative, and I think the city in itself is kind of like that. It's nourishing and cozy, and really like a special kind of place where we can go hunker down and write and do our thing.